Matthew chapter 23, verse 14. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. When someone is deceptive, when someone is pretending to be what he is not, he or she is an hypocrite and deserve condemnation. We need to observe carefully in our life. Are we hypocrites by action? Are we hypocrite by inaction? Are we hypocrite by our vocal, what we say or what we do? Do we do in secret what we condemn in public? That makes us an hypocrite. Do we put so much yoke on people, too many rules on people, and those rules are laws of men, and we equate them to the commandment of God? Those that make us hypocrite. Do we elevate our tradition, our personal ideology, our personal philosophy to be equal to the commandment of God, and we put men under the yoke of that in a religion? That is hypocrisy. We want to deal with this clearly today, and I pray that the Spirit of God will help all of us to escape every form of hypocrisy. We ourselves will not be an hypocrite, and we will not entertain hypocrites around us. We want to look through this word, the letters of the word hypocrite, to delve deep into the attributes, the characteristic, and the lifestyle of an hypocrite. The word hypocrite is spelled Hypocrites. That's how we spell the word hypocrite in English language. Now the H. Hypocrites are hindrance to others' salvation. Hindrance to others' salvation. Look at verse 13. Matthew chapter 23, verse 13. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye shut up the kingdom of heavens against men. For ye neither go in yourself, neither suffer, neither allow, neither permit ye them that are entering into going. They hinder the salvation of others. Hindrance to others' salvation. Why? Yourself not in the kingdom. Look at that verse 13 again. For ye neither go in yourself. They don't go in. They themselves are not in the kingdom, neither suffer ye them that are entering into going. They yourself not in the kingdom. P. Pretentious long prayer. They make prayers that are long just for pretense. Look at verse 14. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you divide widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayers. Therefore ye shall receive the greater condemnation. Pretentious long prayer. O. Oppressing the less privileged. Look at that beginning of that verse 4 again. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you divide widows' houses. They devour, they oppress the less privileged, the poor, the widows, the orphans, those that are serving under them. Do you employ some servant or workers, and you devour them and you oppress them? You are an hypocrisy. Compassing sea and land for convert. Compassing sea and land for convert. Look at verse 15. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you compass sea and land to make proselytes, to make disciples. They go all about to convert people. They can go as far as carrying their bags, and they pressure you and convince you to accept their belief. They are religious. Compassing sea and land for converts are reproducing disciples of hypocrisy. They reproduce disciples of hypocrisy. You see, they say, and learn to make proselyte disciples, and when he is made, you made him double-fold, more-fold, two-fold, the child of the air than yourself. That is influencing, that said, influencing double-fold children of hell. T. Taking gifts above grace and the altar. As you see from verse 16 all through to verse 22. Woe unto you, ye blind guide, we say, whatsoever ye swear by the temple, it is nothing. But whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. Ye fools and blind. For whether is greater, the gold, the gifts, for the temple, for for the sacrifice the gold, and whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing, but whosoever swear by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. That is how hypocrites are. They exalt the gifts that people bring. They exalt the offering and the money that people give in the church above their sacrifice. They don't bother whether this person is godly. Just give us money. Just contribute your own tithe and offering. They exalt, they elevate, they take gifts above grace, above godliness, above the altar. The next letter is the letter E, exploiting religious rites and ceremony at the expense of the weightier matter of the law. Verse 23, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithes of meat and aloes and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, the ceremony of paying tithe, the ceremony of offering this and offering that, of doing this ceremony in the religious circle. They overlook now the weightier matter of the law, the judgment, the justice, the mercy, the faith, the faithfulness. These things ought to have done and not to have left the other undone. They overrate activity. They overrate religious rites and ceremony. The last letter is S, sanctimonious on the external, but they are whitewashed sepulchre on the inside. On the external they look righteous, but on the internal they are whitewashed sepulchre. Look at ye blind guide, which slay at a glance and swallow a camel. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye make clean the outside of the cup, on the external they look righteous. Ye make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bone and of all uncleanness. There is internal corruption, but on the external they look righteous, just because they cover their hair properly, just because they seem to be well dressed properly, just because they follow the church rules and regulations. But on the inside there is anger, on the inside there is malice, on the inside there is grudges, on the inside there is fighting, on the inside there is hatred. That hatred within, that corruption and defilement within, makes their heart like open sepulchre, whitewashed sepulchre, polished sepulchre. They are only polished in religion. They are not righteous in any way within their heart. Before God, they are corrupt, hypocrites. And God is saying today, we need to cease from every form of hypocrisy.